Good morning, everyone. We're going to call our meeting to order. Kel, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I would love to. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, ask the clerk to please call roll.
Commissioner District 1, Randy Netherland.
I'm here.
Commissioner District 2, Kevin Schutte.
Here.
Commissioner District 3, Sharon Trask.
And I'm here. Moving on to item number 4, correspondence and organizational business. Do we have any correspondence?
Yes. Sue Klemp and Joe Schmidt both sent in letters regarding the county moving into Phase 2. Robert Edwards submitted an application for the Solid Waste Advisory Board. Washington State Liquor and Cannabis Board sent in a change of liability application for Toucan Farms. Timothy Opelia submitted an application for the Planning Advisory Commission. The Washington State Liquor and Cannabis Board sent in a liquor license application for Maddie's Old Town Flowers. William and Dr. Arlene Ziegler sent in a letter regarding Mason County Sportsmen's Association shooting range. And the Washington State Liquor and Cannabis Board sent in a change of corporate officers for the Mason County Senior Activity Center.
Great, thank you. And item 4.2, and ask staff to come forward, please.
This is a news release for Mason County Department of Community Services recognizes that some building permit holders may need an extension of the standard 180-day expiration term due to COVID-19. The department is extending building permit expiration dates another 180 days and will not cancel any building permit that was issued as of November 1st, 2019 for reason of inactivity until at least 1 year from the date of issuance or from the date of the last progress inspection. Permit holders can contact the Permit Assistance Center for more information at 360-427-9670 extension 352 or send an email to permits@co.mason.wa.us.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's great news. And due to COVID-19 and the Attorney General's order and the Governor's order, we are suspending. This is an input at the time. However, we'll accept public comment via email. And I believe that email address is on the screen. Or you can mail it to the Commissioner's office, and I believe that email is also on the screen. Or you can call at 360-427-9670, extension 419. Moving on to item number 6, adoption of the agenda.
Madam Chair, I move adoption of today's agenda as presented.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to adopt the agenda as presented. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And the agenda is adopted. Moving on to item number 7, approval of minutes.
Madam Chair, I move for approval of the May 11th, 2020 briefing minutes and the May 5th of 2020 regular meeting minutes, May 22nd, 2020 special meeting minutes as presented.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the May 11th, 2020 briefing minutes, the May 5th, 2020 regular meeting minutes, May 22nd, 2020 special meeting minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And the minutes are approved. Moving on to item number 8, the action agenda. Commissioners will read through the items, and then we can remove them for a discussion or a vote after. I will read items 8.1 through 8.2. Commissioner Netherland, if you could read items 8.3 through 8.5. Commissioner Schutte, if you could read items 8.6 through 8.8. Item 8.1, approval of the January 2020 through December 2022 collective bargaining agreement, CBA, for Engineers Guild representing Mason County Public Works and support staff. Item 8.2, approval of the release and hold harmless agreement between Mason County Sheriff's Office, Mason County Sheriff's Office Employees Guild Deputy Sheriffs, and MCSO Deputy David Willard.
Madam Chair, item number 8.3 reads approval of January 2020 to December 2022 CBA for AFSCME Local 1504 representing various departments within Mason County. Item number 8.4, approval to appoint Isaiah Johnson, term ending January 31st, 2022, Timothy Opelia, term ending January 31st, 2022, and Joseph Myers, term ending January 31st, 2024, to the Planning Advisory Commission. Item number 8.5, approval of warrants and treasurer's electronic remittance. Claims, clearing fund warrant numbers 8072579 through 8072811. The sum, $1,414,429.37. Direct deposit fund warrants number 68381 through 68771. The amount, $728,084.98. Salary clearing fund warrants number 7005193 through 7005216. The amount is $508,059.74.
Madam Chair, item 8.6, approval to call for a request for proposals to install an irrigation system for MCRA sports fields. Item 8.7, approval to allow Frank Pinter and Jennifer Byerly to sign public assistance grant number D20-201 for Presidential Disaster Declaration 4481-DR-WA relating to COVID-19. And item 8.8, approval of amendment number 4 to contract CL 2019 through 2021.4, extending shelter operations with Community Lifeline through September 30th, 2020.
Great. Do we have any discussion? Or would we like anything removed for further discussion?
Madam Chair, I'd like to have item 8.2 removed for a separate discussion.
Okay. All right, do I have a motion?
Madam Chair, I move for approval of the action agenda items, all except item number 8.2, which will be removed for a separate vote.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the items 8.1 through 8.8, but removing 8.2 for a separate discussion and vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. That is passed. We'll move on to item 8.2, approval of the release and hold harmless agreement between Mason County Sheriff's Office, Mason County Sheriff's Office Employee Guild Deputy Sheriffs, and MCSO Deputy David Willard, and ask staff to come forward.
Particular spot that we're coming forward to.
Wherever Diedrich tells you to.
Get my face made for radio in here somewhere. Yes, so this is an agreement between Mason County Sheriff's Office and Deputy Dave Willard and the Guild. It's a separation agreement. It's not uncommon for us to be involved in internal investigations on various things in our department, and at times it's beneficial to both the county and the deputy to come to a mutual agreement for separation of employment. That's what has occurred in this particular instance. It's not an issue of criminality or any of those things. It's simply a performance issue that we were addressing within the department, and we came to an agreement to determine that it was best that he retire at this time. He has decided that he wanted to retire, and this is a standard agreement between the county and the deputy in order to limit liability for both him and the county.
Madam Chair, thank you, Undersheriff. Appreciate this. This was requested to be removed from by Tom Davis, and I believe the one question that he had centered around, is there any transaction of money involved in this separation agreement coming from the county general fund?
Any transaction?
Is there a monetary settlement?
Oh, no, there's no settlement. I think he has a few hours on the books, which is with any retirement, when they have to be paid out as a standard. There's no, it's not settlement in English.
Great. Thank you.
Nope. I'll present a motion if you'd like.
Go for it.
Madam Chair, I move for approval of the release and hold harmless agreement between Mason County Sheriff's Office, Mason County Sheriff's Office Employees Guild Deputy Sheriffs, and Mason County Sheriff's Office Deputy David Willard.
Second?
All right, we have a motion and a second for approval of the release and hold harmless agreement between Mason County Sheriff's Office, Mason County Sheriff's Office Employee Guild Deputy Sheriffs and MCSO Deputy David Willard. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
It is approved. Thank you.
Under Sheriff, if you could hold on for a few minutes, I have something I wanted to share with you when we're done. Sorry.
Don't go anywhere. All right, moving on to item number 9, other business. Do we have any department heads or elected officials that would like to say anything? No? All right, moving on to item number 10, public hearings. We have no hearings scheduled at this time. So now we'll move on to item number 11, board reports and calendars. Commissioner Netherland, if you could go first, Commissioner Schutte, and then I will follow.
Okay, I apologize. This is one of those weeks where the computer's messing up again, but I do know I had a meeting of the ARC Board of Directors. We had many Corona webinars. I had, we had the one on Corona funding as well. Allen Memorial, from Memorial Day, it was a wonderful event that happened there to remember all those who have fallen in the protection of our liberties, our lives, and all those people that allow us to do everything that we do today. It's interesting, I'm going to throw in also a reminder as we're looking at what's happening right now in this country with our police officers, that there are many police officers, not just the military, who have lost their lives on a regular basis to make sure that you and I get to go to the store safely and leave our families at home, and to be able to conduct a life that is as fantastic as it is. Although we think sometimes that it could be better, I assure you it is better. We have an incredible life, and it's due to those people who have taken the time, put their lives on hold, or have lost their lives so that we can be able to enjoy this. With that being said, I know this next week we have webinars with Safe Start, the Peninsula Regional Transportation Organization meeting, meeting with YWAR 15, more webinars on COVID briefings, and I think that brings us back and start over again. If there's something that comes up that I think we'll be together, I'll chime in afterwards. Like I said, my computer thing's not working today again. It happens like once every 3-4 months. They just disappear. But other than that, I've got them 3 or 4 times sometimes, the same meeting. So.
We all have issues.
Yeah.
Commissioner Schutte.
Very good. Thank you. I was just chatting with Melissa here. I couldn't remember if you asked me to go second or third, so I appreciate the prompt. Yeah, so a few things going forward this week. After this meeting today, I have a meeting with Public Works and the Skokomish Indian Tribe and Conservation District to continue talking about some of the progress that we're making on our Skokomish Valley Army Corps of Engineers project. So I'll be getting an update from them on that, and just sort of just a progress report on where we are. Also, as Commissioner Netherland mentioned, a variety of state association and county webinars happening, it seems like, if not every day, every other day this week. Also, as has been noticed on our weekly agenda, the 3 of us will be popping in and out of our emergency operations centers meetings that are happening Monday through Friday in the mornings. Also have an opportunity to join a webinar this week on rebuilding for resilience in local and state government. It's being hosted by General Stanley McChrystal from the McChrystal Group. He was the commander of the Joint Special Forces Operation Command in Iraq and Afghanistan, and has since gone on to have an advisory and consulting group that deals with leadership and resiliency and team building. And so it's going to be a critical part of our recovery from the pandemic is how we work together locally and at the state level. And so I'm looking forward to participating in that later on this week. I also just want to address some of the issues that are happening in our state and nationally. We're very fortunate in Mason County to, as Commissioner Netherland mentioned, to have really tremendous and committed law enforcement officers in our community. And it's no secret that we have leadership in our sheriff's office that is widely regarded as experts in the use of force, which is where we see so many issues go sideways in so many communities across our country. And to know that we're training our law enforcement officers here with some of the best technique and strengthening our policies and procedures not only helps keep our deputies and police officers in the county safe, but also should be a reassurance to our community that our commitment to training and community-orienting policing is strong. That being said, we do have issues in our country that we need to overcome. It's clear if you watch the news, whether you watch Fox News or MSNBC or CNN, that we're a deeply divided nation and that we have a lot of healing to do. The murder of George Floyd last week appalled everybody, rightly so. We should not forget that we have issues to overcome in this country, and what truly makes our country great isn't the show of power. It's the ability to peacefully protest, it's the ability to have disagreements, it's the ability to talk about where we need to improve. And that responsibility rests not with just elected officials, not just with law enforcement, not just with people in our community, but all of us. We share that responsibility to improve our communities and to work together. And, you know, we watch the news and we see Seattle's a protest community. Olympia, our neighbor, is a protest community. We're a nation that feels aggrieved quite regularly now. But I think it's also important to note that Shelton and Mason County is not Seattle. It's not Olympia. And we had a very, very peaceful demonstration on Sunday in the afternoon. I know some folks were worried that we were going to look like Seattle, but we're not. We have people who are genuinely concerned about seeking justice for everyone come out and peacefully demonstrate in our community. And I think we should have a lot of pride in that. And I think we should all be holding Shelton and Mason County up as the example, not just to our state, but as a nation, for how we can do this together as a community. And so I hope everybody takes some time to watch the news, to reflect on where we are as a state and nation, and to really look deep inside and think about how we can contribute to making a more just community for everybody, regardless of the color of their skin. We have a lot of work to do, and I hope we all commit to that. Thank you.
Well said. Thank you. So, before I go into my calendar, I do want to thank our law enforcement. My son is National Guard Reserve, and he was called out this morning. So please keep them in your prayers, your thoughts. I know he'll be in mine all the time, and I'll have to stop there because it hurts to see what's going on in our nation deeply, and to lose. The family came out of George's family came out yesterday, and they requested that people, if you're going to protest peacefully. The things that are going on after the protests, that's not in George's name, and those things should not be going on. Okay, no more preaching. I'll go on, because we all know. Mason County rocks, by the way. So every morning we have our EOC meetings. They are amazing. We have a great group of people. This afternoon there's a Recovery Operations Task Force. WASAC will have another meeting this evening at 5:30. I don't know why they're doing that. And then on weekends. Those people. Tomorrow I have Oakland Bay Clean Water meeting. And then I am once a week meeting with a member of the Shelton City Council so that we can build on those relationships. And then more COVID meetings through WASAC. Public Works Board on Friday. And that brings us back to Monday for briefings. And another meeting, Monday afternoon I'll have another meeting with the EDC and April, who is working on our veterans' tiny homes. So might be some opportunities there.
Well, the area command, I did forget, I'm doing that each morning. I will also be attending at the WASAC webinar with you. And again, just as you guys said, you know, to our friends, our neighbors, everything, no matter how hurt you are, you're never going to raise yourself higher by spitting on somebody else and putting your knee on them to keep them down because you're mad. Thank you again, for sure.
Breaking windows. We could go on and on and on. Okay,
Madam Chair, I move we adjourn.
Second.
we're adjourned.